presentation of BFA Sports.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of OLMA Basketball here on BFA. I'm Chris Losey with Steve Westcott, as usual, reunited, and it feels
good to be back with you
so
here at Carew Hall, partner.
Absolutely. How about these Lady Villagers? They opened the season 4-0, and a lot of it has to do with a certain someone who we haven't had before, and that's that super freshman.
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, Our Lady Mercy Academy is 4-0 to start the season, and she started the season with 4 double-doubles as a freshman. And not only that, but you have the experienced backcourt with Our Lady Mercy Academy in the form of Bernhardt, Prescott, and Sacco. You'll hear us talk a lot tonight about Bristow. Really good players. Our Lady Mercy Academy is on a roll to start the season.
So I purposely saved it for you. The super freshman is
Kalia Lewis.
That's right. Kalia is something special. It's my first chance to get to see them play. But not only that, we talked off camera about the defense and one of the differences between maybe last year and this year, and that is that this defense is so tenacious. But not only that, they're very effective in their pressure.
They are. When we've talked in the prior telecasts about how they've held every team under 30 points so far this year, except for the other night where they had 31, their opponent. So, but they play aggressive defense. They like to get after it. They like to turn their defense into offensive transition, and they score a lot of points because of that theory and that process.
As I like to say often, and then there were 2. The opponent this afternoon, Rancocas Valley, they're 0-2. However, that's quite deceiving. They have 4 seniors. They have a lot of cohesion in this unit. They are in these games for a reason.
Absolutely, and they're a historical, traditional, big-time program. Don't let the 0-2 record fool you. They lost to a good Absegami team, and the guard from Absegami was able to get to them, and they played a really good Morristown High School team the other night, who, like them, are traditionally a really good program.
That's our setup. Time to go to Bob Burkholt's BFA Zone, and he's also the Associate Athletic Director here for the starting lineups this afternoon. No, but look what I have.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carew Hall Gymnasium here on the campus of Our Lady of Mercy Academy in Newfield, New Jersey for today's non-league matchup between the visiting Rancocas Valley Red Devils and your OLMA Villagers. Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association. These rules provide fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing rules of fair play. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of good sportsmanship. Ladies, gentlemen, coaches, players, and officials, we direct your attention to the area to the left of the stage, and we kindly ask you to rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor our flag, our country, our servicewomen and men everywhere with the playing of our national anthem.
Come this way.
let's meet today's starting lineups first for the visiting Red Devils of Rancocas Valley. A freshman, number 11, Nyla Miles. A sophomore, number 0, Gabrielle Sutton. A junior, number 1, Ava Bile. A junior, number 24, Jordan Reynolds. And a senior, number 10, Jayla Jones. The Red Devils are led by head coach Anthony Corrado, assisted by Greg Parker, Danielle Moore, and Courtney Lee. And now the starting lineup for your OLMA Villagers. A freshman, number 24, Kalia Lewis. A senior, number 20, Sophie Sacco. A senior, number 13, Matt Bernhardt. A senior, number 2, Savannah Prescott. And a junior, number 23, Adriana Bristow.
And that is the exciting starting lineup announcement from Bob Burkholz. And you take a look at the Villagers. Again, we mentioned at the top that they're 4-0, and Rancocas Valley looking for their first win of the season. One thing to note, and I'm sure that it was brought up in the previous broadcast to everybody, that aside from the rule changes, the home team now is wearing the visiting jersey. Trying to be like the NHL and the NBA and stuff. What do you think of that there, Coach?
The home team now wears the dark colors.
Yeah. I believe it is an option, but yeah. Now let's go back to the OLMA, the starting lineup. So, you know, the cohesion, right? I mean, the experience. Savannah Prescott in the backcourt, Maddie Bernhardt, Sophie Sacco. But then the two newcomers in Bristow and Lewis. We talked again. Actually, you were excited in that phone call we had earlier to talk about, seriously, I mean, Kalia Lewis. And what does she bring?
Well, she brings athleticism and she brings an aggressiveness in the post presence from a forward or center position. And she's able to get the defensive rebound, take it up the floor. She's got some decent ball handling skills, which will only improve as she, moves on here in her next 4 years. But she's a player. She's fun to watch.
One senior for the Red Devils. It's Sutton, Vile, Jones, Reynolds, and Miles. That's the starting lineups today, brought to you by Game Changer, and OLMA has the tap. And that is Maddie Bernhardt in her senior year. Sophie Sacco. Big things expected from her this year.
Yeah, she's definitely playing a role and a major role in the improvement and the success of the Villagers.
Kalia Lewis keeping it alive for Bernhardt. We'll try it again. Bristow finding Prescott.
Yeah, that was a bit of the athleticism we talked about right there by Kalia Lewis on that offensive board.
Nice step in by Vile, though, getting the pick, the turnover, and then Bernhardt tries to do the same. And RV will keep it. Anthony Corrado, head coach at RV. Look at him there standing on the sideline with a, what do you call that, like a brace? A shoulder?
Sling?
Sling, yeah. There you go. Jayla Jones, and that's Vile coming out of that corner. Lewis, and you can see off the pick she comes for a freshman. And, a lot of excitement here in Newfield looking at number 24 already. That's my first look at her, by the way.
Yeah, she's going to be fun to watch.
Pulls that Miles miss down and goes the other way. Bernhardt is 0 for 3 to start. And the floorboard for Vile. Miles, nice dish underneath, and Sutton can't get it. They tie it up, and it'll belong to Rancocas Valley.
Yeah, really good job right there in finding the trailer. The Red Raiders of Rancocas Valley looked to get out in a break. There was a throw ahead, couldn't get all the way to the rim. They find the trailer who almost scored. Comes off, and the defensive rebound gets tied up for a jump ball possession of the Red Raiders.
Vile tried to take on the double team, lost it, and guess what? She lost the possession.
Yeah, and a lot of the success early so far in this 4-0 start for Our Lady Mercy Academy has come from this defensive end, right? So you've seen two turnovers already in the first minute and a half that Our Lady Mercy Academy has been able to create with that aggressive defense.
Bristow might have walked. Nothing called. Sacco's 3, too strong. And another board for Vile, and a nice job on the clear out. Ava Vile. Steal early on, a couple boards.
Yeah, Rancocas Valley is fundamentally sound. They're well coached, and they're one of those teams that in order to beat them, you're going to have to beat them. They're not going to beat themselves, usually.
Miles with some nifty ball handling to get through Prescott. Vile, we got a whistle underneath. And this one is going to go against OLMA. And it's on Maddie Bernhardt.
Yeah, I think our Rancocas Valley's running a double stack at the foul line on the elbows, and Madeline Bernhardt held the offensive player from RV as they came off the screen to pop to the top of the kit.
See the double team. It forces the 3 from out top, and that's Miles, and we've got points.
Yeah, Our Lady Mercy Academy defender stepped to help. Good kick to the 3. Down it went for RV.
Kalia left hand all the way, too strong. And the third rebound already for Ava Vile. Definitely straight man-to-man here, and that's a closely guarded 5-second violation. Maddie Bernhardt providing the defensive pressure, gets the turnover.
She provided the pressure up top, and it was really good front presence and underneath by Kalia Lewis in the post that didn't allow the pass to get into the post, which created the 5.
Prescott off with that. Another floorboard. Back the other way. That's Reynolds. Bernhardt shut the door on her. Wild shot from Reynolds is not there. Brian Coyle wanted a foul, didn't get it. Meanwhile, Prescott the other end. Hits the deck, nothing. And another tie-up. OLMA will keep it. The officials this afternoon are Jim Tumalo and Rob Booth.
Kalia Lewis fighting a good fight right there on the offensive glass. Able to tie up the possession on the defensive rebound. Possession goes to OLMA.
Game changer replay. I think it's good no call right there. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Prescott never really made contact with the defender on that patented floater that she likes to take.
Did they announce Bernhardt or Bristow? Because there's Bristow again. And Sacco's to pull it out. In any event, OLMA on the board 3-2. Kalia Lewis, athleticism, up she goes.
It's a pretty good shot right there. Not a pretty good, a real good shot right there for a forward center. Little turn into the paint, fade away for 2.
With some height. Oh, underneath Sutton by herself.
Yeah, good job in breaking the pressure. RV definitely well coached in breaking presses. Our Lady Mercy Academy likes to go pick up full court after a made bucket. They did. RV did a nice job in breaking it and has a 1-point lead again.
Halfway through the first, RV with a 1-point lead. Sacco finds Lewis. Couldn't get it. Gets her own miss. Battles, and jump ball is called. This will be RV's possession as the arrow turns the other way. 3:48. First quarter, 5-4. RV in front of OLMA here on BFA. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, and the crew. Couldn't bring you the warmth, but I did bring you the suntan.
There you go. I don't know what that's going to do me, but the warmth will have done me a lot of good.
Reynolds 3, short, board underneath for Jayla Jones. She'll try a 3. Missed that. Bristow with a good box out, but she's not able to control it.
Yeah,
and it'll be RV ball.
Our Lady Mercy Academy definitely fundamentally sound in the rebound and box out area. We've noticed that in the first couple games that we've telecasted here. They box out and they go after boards.
Niles to the basket. Missed it. This is Lewis, and Sacco leaks ahead. She tracks it down. Back to Lewis. They're going to do a lot of that this year.
Yeah, I told you in the pregame, she gets up the floor as well as any forward or center I've seen. And from a young player as a freshman, that's really good. Not only did she make the throw-ahead pass, she trailed it and got herself into scoring position and scored.
Sutton has 4.
Back and forth action here.
Bernhardt got it.
Yeah, you're not going to want to leave her open. You're going to have to close out on her a lot quicker than that if you're going to control Madeline Bernhardt here today. That one was a deep 3, but Bernhardt is always in range.
Olma 1 for 4 from 3-point, and they have a 2-point lead. That's Sacco battling on Sutton, so the 3 comes out. Jones misses it. Kalia Lewis catches up to it. Bernhardt underneath, fouled, and that's probably going to be on the floor.
I agree with your call there, partner.
Second team foul.
And even so, you can see how Kalia Lewis wants to get the rebound and wants to get out. She wants to get out in the fast break. It's emphasized, let's turn defense into offensive transition. That's what she looked to do right there on the throw ahead and on the attempt, before the field goal attempt, Bernhardt got fouled on the floor.
Brian Coyle will go to the bench first. Venasia Thompson at the table to check in, and she's going to come in right now. We got a foul on Gabrielle Sutton.
Yeah, and for an opposing team, if your forward or center is going to match up with Lewis, and there's a perfect example of it right there. Sutton comes out and plays her man-to-man at the half-court line. Lewis can get by you. She is an athlete. She can handle the ball, and she can get by you. She's going to pick up a lot of fouls on opposing forwards and center if you're going to come out and cover at half-court.
And I think also the versatility, Brian Coyle can really put her anywhere.
He can. A lot of pick and rolls out on the perimeter where she'll roll to the basket.
She switched hands on that one. And out of bounds, and it'll go back to RV. Two team fouls against Rancocas. New rule change. We shoot on 5, no more 1-and-1.
Yeah, we discussed that in the first couple telecasts as well.
That 3 from the corner is no good from Miller.
Good job.
And then how about the great hands by Bristow to get in the way of that? Here's Bernhardt. Nice dish underneath. Prescott can't connect. Olma kind of cold today, Steve.
Yeah, and it's not going in right away for them here today, but they're defensively, they're keeping themselves in the game because that great defense. And there's we mentioned Bristow earlier. Adriana Bristow, there's not much on the floor that she can't do either. Perfect example of her defensive intensity on that last defensive trip.
And Anthony Corrado sees something he doesn't like, and he'll call a timeout. We'll come back. It's a 2-pointer. Olma's in front. Minute 20 to go. There it is, the sling. Anthony Corrado, Rancocas Valley head coach. It's a matinee special today, brought to you by Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Jersey Shore tradition, top-notch pancakes.
Have you been down to the shore, partner, and visited Uncle Bill's Pancake House?
I haven't this year. The last time I was there, well, yeah, I mean, this past summer I was there, yeah.
You won't be disappointed.
No, I love it.
It's great to have them partnered up with us this year, and up and you bring these high school games. And
great spot, too, right off the expressway.
Yep.
Bing, bang, boom.
Correct.
Good defense underneath by Jordan Reynolds. Forces the out of bounds for Olma. Minute 17 to go here in the first. There's your score, 9-7. Olma's in front. Inbound from Bristow is stolen by Sutton. Sutton's got it, and that is going to be a blocking foul. Or are they going to call a charge? They did call a charge.
He demonstrated a block, but pointed the opposite way as a charge.
And I will talk to Jim about that on the ride home.
And the charge is what he's going with, and it's Our Lady Mercy Academy possession.
Yeah, I think he changed his mind. See if we can rack that one up. I can send it to his phone.
Well, if it's worth anything, I think he got it right.
Here's Lewis open again. 2 more.
Mid-range jump shot. Mid-range jump shot.
She's got 6. It's 11-7. That 3 no good from Reynolds. Lewis with a board. Prescott.
2 good throw heads.
And there's defense to offense, and Maddie Bernhardt at the other end.
Really good defensive rebound and throw ahead by Lewis. Savannah Prescott catches it. She looks up the floor. Real unselfish basketball by Our Lady Mercy Academy, and it leads to a layup by Bernhardt.
And she's got 6, and there's a foul on Bristow, and that's the 2 scores that count for everything for OLMA. Meantime, the foul underneath is going to send Miller to the line. No, it's going to send Jones to the line. But there it is again, defense to offense.
Yep, and unselfish basketball. Both players looked up the floor, didn't have to utilize their dribble, outlet pass, a throw-ahead pass, I should say, and then a second throw-ahead pass equals a layup.
Welcome back to the golf voice. When it's down here in the free throws, we don't want to get involved, right?
Well, I'm not trying to,
No, I know. One more for Jones.
Be any distraction to a free throw shooter.
I don't think you should.
The golf voice, that's great.
Yeah, and he knows, by the way. See Jim right here? He knows I'm right here, and he knows I'm talking about him, too. That's right, Jim. Your phone's going to blow up.
Sorry, he said he's turning it off. He's turning it off.
Jones missed them both, and 1 possession here for OLMA. You see the time. And it starts with Maddie in the backcourt.
Substitution to the game for Our Lady Mercy Academy's number 5, Anasia Thompson. For those of you who may not know, she's the transfer from Violent High School here at Our Lady Mercy Academy, and she has the ball now.
Chelsea Davis is into the RV lineup. Oh, she was late on the switch, and the foul was called. And it might be on Chelsea Davis. Yep.
And not only was she late on the switch, it was a really good crossover dribble in regards to Savannah Prescott. She crosses back over, finds a dribble penetration lane, goes in hard, and gets the foul.
One more for Prescott. Memory serves last year, that was kind of a little Achilles heel for Savannah Prescott.
You just read my mind because you weren't here for our first 2 telecasts due to, as you stated, being in the sun.
Wait a minute.
You'll be pleasantly surprised as to how Our Lady Mercy Academy is shooting the ball from the foul line this year.
Well, that's perfect, and that ends the first quarter. 15-7, OLMA in front after 1 here on this little holiday special here on VFA, Matinee Basketball.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
No, I didn't bring it up. That is a Santa hat, and that is a sponsor of OLMA Basketball. Tri-City Kitchen Elevations. Raise your expectations with an illuminated kitchen console. They are awesome.
I'll tell you what, if you have any kitchen work, whether it be remodeling or whether it be new in a new home, Tri-City Kitchens and Keith Bernhardt is certainly the one to call. In attendance here tonight watching his daughter, Madeline.
Yeah, I was just looking for him. He just disappeared. Here he comes. High-fiving everybody in the front row.
Handing out waters.
I don't have one.
Neither do I.
Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, BFA Sports crew here this afternoon. Wishing you all a very, very, very happy holiday. A Merry Christmas. And, of course, there's the hat to prove it that we're in holiday season.
Absolutely.
15-7, we start the second quarter. And with the exception of 2 Savannah Prescott free throws, it was Kalia Lewis and it was Maddie Bernhardt. There was the offense for OLMA.
Yeah, and that's who it primarily is, although is Prescott, Bernhardt, and Lewis. But don't be surprised when Sacco starts playing her role on the offensive end, and Bristow as well. Adriana Bristow can shoot the 3. She can get to the rim. She's a nice player as well. They're going to start giving their input into that Our Lady Mercy Academy offense.
Possession for OLMA to start. That was Prescott with a penetration, missed it. Lewis with a follow and another reset. Almost got it again. Now Savannah tries the three and drains it.
Yeah, after an offensive rebound, back to the perimeter is a really good time to shoot a three. Nobody came and closed out on Prescott. She's able to knock down that three. Good jump shot by Savannah Prescott.
She's got 5. Active hands there to get the ball out of bounds.
Game changer replay. Prescott dribble drive. Does not go. Oh, that was the foul at the end of the first quarter.
Yep. Here we go with RV in possession. Now it's a double-digit lead for the Crusaders. They lead 18-7. Or Villagers.
This is a tough set from offensively by Rancocas Valley in order to stay with your player and not get lost in screens. You go from one side of the court to the other side of the court in regards to dribble penetration and dribble handoffs and picks and screens and rolls. And Lady Mercy Academy does a nice job of it. They did a nice job against Haddonfield. They're doing it so far here tonight.
No call on the Davis penetration, and RV kept their offense alive. And it'll be an inbound. Shayna Miller will do the honors.
If you go to the Game Changer website or go to the Game Changer stat machine, you'll see that Kalia Lewis already has 6 rebounds in this contest.
That's still the all-new Game Changer app. Here's Sutton backing in on Bristow. Missed it. And Bernhardt had a rebound, and then she got grabbed from behind by Chelsea Davis.
Yep, again, good solid rebounding, and all 5 players on the floor for Our Lady Mercy Academy can rebound. I know these guards might not be big in stature, but they box out well and they rebound well.
Nyla Miles off the bench for Anthony Corrado. She'll be back in after next whistle. This is a turnover. And all the way end-to-end goes Jones, but missed it, but the follow was good.
Yeah, really good job right there. Staying alive, staying with the play, did Jones. Keeping her feet moving, getting the offensive rebound, and laying it back in.
Wild penetration, but there was Kalia to follow up. Couldn't get it. Here she comes again. Strong to the basket off the glass.
Remember, partner, how they used to say Moses Malone may be missing shots on purpose because he wanted to pad his rebound stats? I mean, Kalia Lewis just had 2 offensive rebounds right there and the putback for 2.
Maddie steps in the way of that pass. Takes the contact. That is, well, that's a block. Jim got that one with a block.
It's a good call, in my opinion.
And mine as well. Maddie Bernhardt will go to the line.
Game changer replay. There's the entry pass. Bernhardt steps in front of it on the block, looking to go coast to coast with it. Good job with the left hand. Yeah, she's moving.
No question.
Yep. Good job and a good take.
Actually, an argument could be made for a no call there.
We'll live with the one that was made.
Yeah, we will.
Bernhardt knocks down the first.
You're not exactly a stranger to being a referee either. Substitution. Yeah. You had it.
I did my share of it. 5 sectional finals, I was able to referee in, and then I went to the coach, and then everybody said I couldn't ref anymore. You used to be able to ref, now you can't.
It's 5 more than I did. Now I don't think anybody, even me.
Good
Look,
hands by
the
Bristow.
active hands. Another turnover for the OLMA defense. You said it at the top. If one thing is different between last year and this year, it's not just the defensive pressure, but the effectiveness of the pressure. OLMA was really beat a lot in press situations, I thought, last year. Not the case now.
Yeah, no, they play really good defense, fundamentally sound defense. They look to help each other. They get out and get after you defensively, and it's a real treat to watch is what it is.
That's Vile in the corner. Goes hard to the basket, and she's fouled. It's a late whistle, but call is made, and that foul is on Bristow.
Yeah, and we just got done talking about how they help each other, right? And I think Bristow made if that step into that help side position is made one step quicker, she gets herself in great spots and probably doesn't draw that foul. She was a step late with it and ended up drawing the foul.
I think these are big free throws for RV. I'll tell you why. Because I don't think Anthony Corrado can let this game get away from him this early in the game.
Well, he can't, and I'll tell you what it does. It stops the bleeding of the Our Lady Mercy Academy run. This game was I believe 8-7 at one time, and it's now a 14-3 run for Our Lady Mercy Academy. And because of that defense, they go on these runs, and they kind of get you caught up in that storm, and they look to put you away, and before you know it, they are out of it. But Rancocas Valley, and to your point, yes, were 2 big free throws right there.
And that was Lewis, who couldn't handle that pass off a turnover. Reynolds in the corner missed everything. But Miles has got it. Good dish to Sutton. RV active, and that's got to be a foul, and it is on Sophie Sacco from behind.
Sophie Sacco, really good job in being aggressive and wanting the floorboard, right? However, it was obtained by the RV player first, and then Sacco unfortunately ran through her. So it's a good call, and it's one of those good as a coach, you don't mind that foul.
Miles put a move on Prescott. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line.
Well, we're used to calling a game where Prescott's getting by the opponent's guard. This time,
coming right at you.
Yeah, this time Miles was able to get by Prescott and draw the foul.
One more for Miles. Missed it, so she still has 5, and Lewis is able to come away with that board. Sealed off, so Prescott's 3, too strong, and another good rebound by RV. That was Reynolds. Good box out. So the lead's 10.
Checking into the game for Our Lady Mercy Academy's another freshman, number 22, Caitlin Coriel. She's getting more and more minutes because she's doing a really nice job off the bench for the Villagers.
Prescott with a good rebound there on Sutton. Some end-to-end action thus far, and then Prescott got the call, but it's a non-shooting foul.
It's so hard to coach against speed when you have speed like Prescott does. She's able to beat her defender quite often. Right there, she was able to beat her defender, then almost use what looked like almost a Euro step to try to get back into the paint. When she did, she drew the block.
And you know, Coffee and I always talked about that, a Euro step, right? So at what point is that international Euro step considered illegal? When is it a violation? We're going to talk about that and a lot more. We'll come right back. Timeout, 4:07 to go.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Look at the huddles, and that is the Lady Villagers. They have a 10-point lead in our afternoon special here on BFA. OLMA 4-0 on the year, and the 0-2 Devils of Rancocas Valley. The Devils that are red.
That's it, the Red Raiders. Or Red Devils.
Lewis tried to catch it and keep it in the front court, but then threw it away. Another turnover, and now RV can get within 10. Sutton off the deflection. She touched it last. And it'll be OLMA ball.
I agree with that call. Kalia Lewis is looking like she's holding her hand here, her wrist.
I don't know if it was when she jumped to try to keep the ball in the front court or when she landed.
I think it's when she landed myself. She landed with that hand and arm kind of underneath her.
Sacco from the corner gives it up. Now Bristow picks up the dribble. Finally, she's bailed out.
Good job by Coriel to come help.
That's Caitlin.
Yep, really nice freshman partner. You're gonna like her game.
Good ball movement by the Villagers. No, Savannah will try it, and she scores.
Yeah, really good catch. It was a really good kick by Bristow from the block out to the top, above the foul line. Prescott able to get by her into the lane, and again, that little patent floater that she likes to take went for her.
Reynolds to the basket, missed it. Sutton had a hand on it, but Bristow's able to pull down the board, and Prescott's off the running. Bernhardt missed an easy one.
Good job on the defensive end by Bristow, battling on the glass with Kalia Lewis out of the game right now.
Catherine Meyer into the game, number 12 for RV. She had that rebound. An empty trip, though, for the Red Devils, and Prescott comes back with 2:35 left here in the second. And OLMA has doubled RV, 24-12.
Rancocas Valley now switching the zone. It looks like it's a 3-2 zone being played by them right now.
Prescott all by herself, but she missed it. And another rebound for Meyer and a foul in the backcourt.
Yeah, Prescott able to beat her defender out on the left side corner here as we face them. Able to, but this time the floater from the baseline unable to go.
Coriel's first. That's 4 team fouls here in the quarter for OLMA. In the meantime, Catherine Meyer's going to get looked at. And Nyla Miles returns for Anthony Corrado. 2:20 left. Out top. Try to get it down the Vial, and a good left hand, and she scores.
Really good move because it was contested by Bernhardt. As she catches the ball into the paint, she floats away with it and going to her left side and is able to score over top of Bernhardt.
Vial's first 2. Now to 10. Bristow kicks out. Sacco will drive. Blocked by Sutton. Miles running out. And she's got to track it down. Good defensive response for OLMA getting back, and Bristow gets in the way of that shot. Miles with a follow. Missed that. Sophie Sacco on Sutton. Lost it, and she did lose it.
Yeah, she might have lost it out of bounds. It also might have been tipped out of bounds. However, the ball's going to go to the Red Devils. But what a good, again, we speak of a good box out and a good rebound by Sophia Sacco.
And assistant coach Tom McCarville just got the hand from Jim Tumalo. Thinking the ball went out of bounds or not. Here we go. With 1:29 to go. Again, a 10-point lead. Sutton gave it up. Shot no good. Looked like she was in the paint. Had a chance to shoot, but Clea Lewis, good news for the Villagers. She's back in.
Yep, absolutely. That was a good look by her right there as well. We talked about unselfish basketball. That was a perfect opportunity for it. As the rotation gets moved, it gets moved out to Bernhardt, who knocks down a 3.
Talk about perfect. In double figures. And the lead is the largest. It's 13 as we're down to a minute to go in the second. It's Miles. Jones.
Good
Double
help.
team coming.
Good help.
Runner no good.
They might be looking for the last shot here if I'm the Villagers. Up to 13 here, getting ready to go into half. Take the last one if you can.
Can you do 40 seconds? No, maybe not. 3 kicks out for Thompson. But there's Kalia. No foul. Loose ball. Hustle. Prescott's got it. And Lewis is called for a double dribble.
Sometimes Lewis is so athletic that she tends to get ahead of herself a little bit right there. Putting the ball on the floor, picking it back up and putting it back down. She was just too excited. She knew she wanted to add a dribble penetration gap to the basket. Was looking to take advantage of it, but picked it up first, double dribble.
Last possession here for RV with 16 seconds to go. With 10, Vial.
Good D.
Thompson, and a travel call. Shayla Butler into the game, number 33. Call it the travel. 3.9 on the clock and almost got to go the length of the court. Miles got in the way of that.
We talked about helping each other on the defensive end. Venetia Thompson comes over and helps out Madeline Bernhardt. Kicks the ball inside to Lewis, and then you get the turnover. But it started with good help.
Prescott from half court, no good. And that takes us to halftime. On the matinee special here on BFA, OLMA 27, Rancocas Valley 14. Halftime is up here on BFA.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the premier difference.
And here we are, Chris Losey, Steve Westcott. We welcome you back to BFA Sports coverage of OLMA basketball. It's a holiday special, a matinee, and right now 27-14, OLMA is in front of Rancocas Valley. From the top, you had said that she is something special, and Kalia Lewis is that and more.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't lead them in points here so far after the first half. I believe you're going to announce some point totals here in a minute. It's probably Bernhardt, but she's got about 8-9 rebounds already in this game, and she's probably got about 8-9 points as well.
12 for Maddie. She leads everybody. And then, as usual, typical Maddie Bernhardt, she got a little slow start, but now she is on fire.
Yeah, and she can shoot it with the best of them. She can score with the best of them. Again, this backcourt, Prescott had her niche in that first half as well. Our Lady of Mercy Academy at the end of the first quarter really took charge and worked their way through that second quarter and built this 13-point lead.
Other scorers for the Villagers, 7 for Savannah Prescott, and as you mentioned, 8 for Kalia Lewis. On the other side, it is Gary L. Sutton with 6 and Ava Vial with 4. Nyla Miles, who has the ball to start the second half, she also has 4. And that's our score, 27-14. As we open the third, starting 5 out there for the Red Devils. Jayla Jones, Ava Vial, Gary L. Sutton, Jordan Reynolds, Nyla Miles. And look at that pick from Miles.
Yep.
She ran right into a wall. Maddie didn't move. Miles, short jumper, no good. Starting 5 again. Bristow, Kalia Lewis, Maddie Bernhardt, Savannah Prescott, Sophie Sacco.
Bristow with another rebound. She does a nice job on the glass as well.
Bernhardt from the corner. She hit the side.
Yeah, she was kind of too deep in the corner, if you really want to be honest. Maybe one dribble, get those feet set, or work your way around a defender right there.
She did look right at us.
Yeah, she knew.
Empty trip for Roma. First minute of play here in the third.
She's probably looking at me like, Coach Westcott, don't you say anything right now.
It's Reynolds. Has to pick up the dribble, and here comes the defense. She's able to find Vial.
And it's so hard when you go from one side of the floor to the other with these dribble handoffs and dribble screens and so forth and so on. And Olma just does such a nice job in getting under them and not letting dribble lanes happen. Tough shot.
Reynolds got the roll.
Yeah, that was a tough shot. She caught the ball in the post, turned the baseline. I thought she might have been behind the backboard, but she was able to get what looked like a little baby hook to go.
So that's her first 2, but then Savannah Prescott finds an opening.
Yeah, she's so tough to cover with that speed, and then she gets that floater going. But shot about 50% with it in the first half, but knocked that one down right there.
She has 9. The lead is back up to 13. Look how far extended Sophie Sacco was at on defense there.
Yeah, and look where the RV player just caught that pass. I mean, she's over basically in the coach's bench. That's great defense when you can force an offensive player to catch it that far away from the basket.
Jones 3, no good. Floorboard, Maddie Bernhardt. No numbers, so she'll pull up and hit it.
That's a good decision. Good fast break basketball. If nobody's going to come stop the ball and they're going to give you that little 14-footer and they want to flatten out on the wing players, you knock that down, and that's just exactly what Bernhardt did.
14 for the senior, and there is a press. And a foul was called, and it's on Sophie Sacco.
RV ball.
What happened? What just happened?
There was a foul called on Sophie Sacco.
I know. Oh, okay.
Here we go.
Miles. He let his coach come out a little bit on that. He's not mad at me.
And that's why they told me when I coached that I was horrible at reffing.
Reynolds misses with a runner. Bristow running back. Still going. And that's a charge. Ava Vial stood right in there.
Yeah, good help side defense. She was going to defend the wing player and then saw that no one was going to stop the basketball. Came over, stepped in, and took the physical contact. That's a tough play to make, but it's a really good play to make.
See the Christmas tree in the background as Vial inbounds. It is that time of year again, and I haven't bought gift number 1, not 1.
Well, what do you got to buy a gift for when you go to, Mexico? Didn't you just get back?
We did.
All right, well, then that's Christmas, isn't it?
Sophie Sacco with a reach in. That's another foul on Sophie.
Hope she's not listening right now.
3.
And 3 team fouls already for OLMA here in the third.
Yeah, and fouls are starting to build up. I think Bristow's on the bench because she just got her third. Now Sophie Sacco's got 3.
And Coriel is ready to check back in. That's Jones. Blocked by Kalia. Running back. Venetia Thompson.
Good decision by Sacco. Didn't have exact, she couldn't shoot the ball in rhythm, so let's get it back out and let's reset. Up 15, that's a good decision.
Little motion. They find Kalia Lewis. Too strong. She's got her own miss. No good. And off the sideboard, look at her track down Vile.
She just doesn't
She
quit.
stripped her to the basket. Switching hands. Kalia Lewis doing everything.
Not much she can't do. She just doesn't quit. I mean, she could have very easily sat here and pouted on the missed shot. However, she didn't. RV player gets the ball. She goes back and just takes it right back from her and says, let's stay on offense.
So Lewis for 2. There it was on the game changer replay. And here comes Coriel. And, of course, as you said, Sophie's going to take a seat with 3 personals.
Just protect her a little bit. You can't let her get her 4th here in the middle of the third because then she's got to sit for a while if that's what happens. And they did the same thing with Bristow. Don't worry, Coriel gives this team good minutes. I know she's a young lady, only a freshman, but she gives them good minutes.
1 out of 2 for Lewis. Biggest lead is 16. Look at Miles spinning.
Yeah, that's a really good offensive move right there. Little spin move. Uses the floater against Prescott, which is Prescott's move.
She's got 6. Speaking of Prescott, that's another charge. Now, Ava Vile is putting a clinic on for RV on how to take a charge.
Yeah, she really is. She's doing a nice job. And there's plays that, as I mentioned earlier, there are plays that are so hard to do because of the physical contact. However, they're such good plays. Get you another offensive possession. I know Coach Coyle sitting over there and going and looking at Savannah Prescott saying, where were you going? You might have just rushed that play a little bit. Might want to stay in your set a little bit more right there and run what you're running.
There's Vile, the junior. Again, she's taken 3 offensive fouls in this game.
Yeah.
3.
And they add up, and they're big, big plays.
And it add up on her toll on her, too.
Yeah.
She took some nasty shots. Reynolds inside the arc. Missed it, but Sutton's got a board. Rushed it. Lewis comes away with it, and Kalia Lewis to Prescott. Able to track down that run.
Good kick.
Coriel's open, short. Rebound on the ground. And they're going to give the timeout to OLMA.
Yeah, that's a
30
good call by the
seconds.
bench right there. Good call. Your players are out there scrapping and hustling for you. They're able to come up with a loose ball, and you're able to get another possession because you're quick to the timeout.
Interesting about that play, this portion of the broadcast brought to you by Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Now you're going to make me want to go there.
There's no reason not to.
Oh, they're so good, I know.
They're so good as right. How about our backboard cam right here?
Yeah.
As all of you know, if you've watched our telecast before, that is usually part of our camera.
And they went to court to change their name. They didn't like their names.
Hopefully to have the backboard cams back with us soon here on the production.
We're also sponsored, of course, by Keith Bernhardt. Tri-City Kitchen Elevations. Raise your kitchen expectations. Bring your kitchen to a new level. I did. And you should, too.
You're not going to go wrong if you call Mr. Bernhardt and Tri-City Kitchens, that's for sure.
And McMahon Insurance.
That's a really good play out of the inbounds, right? You want to execute coming out of a timeout. That's exactly what Our Lady Mercy Academy just did. Good screen for Bernhardt. She catches the ball at the elbow and knocks it down.
16 for Maddie, leads all scorers.
Good D.
Another turnover. Prescott has to track it down. Thompson from behind is whacked right in front of us, and the foul is on Catherine Meyer.
Talk about fast break basketball. Madeline Bernhardt with good hands, always saw the ball in the defensive end, comes to steal, and just like that, bam! Our Lady Mercy Academy's going and head into the offensive end.
Question. OLMA last year, one of the results of the record they had last year was that they decided they're going to play better opponents and all that, right? Is that still the case this year?
Absolutely. I mean, they already had Haddonfield on the schedule. Haddonfield is traditionally a South Jersey, I'm not going to say powerhouse, but they're a really fundamentally sound, well-coached team. You have the same thing in here today with Rancocas Valley. Both Haddonfield and RV are going to win a bunch of games this year. They really are. You have already 2 big Group 4 wins in Millville and Violent as well.
Look at Lewis and Bernhardt working the 2-man. That's Lewis, and that gets her in the double figure. She's got 11. And it's an 18-point lead for OLMA. Running away with it here on a little early Christmas special, and Thompson got away with a little palm.
Yeah, they, you think you're in the game with Our Lady Mercy Academy, right? And they go on these runs, and then the next thing you know, you're not. Good defensive pressure right there. Steal, throw ahead by Lewis to Bernhardt. Bernhardt ahead of the defense, lays it in for 2.
18, and now a backcourt violation. And look at the OLMA bench, how excited they were to get that call.
Yeah, and because they're switching defenses, they went into a little bit more of a half-court look at that point. And this is another big run that Rancocas Valley's caught up in.
Welcome back. That is the McMahon Insurance Agency Huddle Cam. I like that. Today's game also brought to you by McMahon Insurance. And that is OLMA. And they are up 38-18. That's a 20-point lead. And if you pan over a little bit, Charles, and as we also tell you, Tri-City Kitchen Elevation's a sponsor of OLMA basketball. If you pan over that bench, Charles, you see that man right there in the corner? That's Tom McGarville. Right? All the way in the corner, the green shirt. He's not allowed to say anything early in the second quarter.
What'd you say? I saw he got warned.
He got warned.
You said that the official put the hand
Jim
up.
Tumala warned him.
That's enough.
He gave him the hand. It was a backward violation, and OLMA in possession, and Bristow nails the 3.
It wasn't Bristow, partner. It was Coriel. That's the freshman that we've been talking a lot about. And she just knocked down on a wide-open 3 from the corner, and that, like I told you, she can shoot the basketball.
Oh, it is. I'm sorry. I thought it was a 23. There you go. Well, Coriel.
She can shoot.
Caitlin on the board. And the largest lead for OLMA. 23. I'm not the only one, by the way, that went to the islands and the tropics and all that. I'm not going to say who it is, but he's watching.
From Hawaii, I understand.
Yes. Well, it's funny because I watched you guys down in Mexico. So see, this is
right?
Yeah, BFA. I mean, you can get it everywhere. If you got internet, you can get it. And I had it kind of loud, and Doug's voice was like piercing through everyone in the bar. And he said, "Can you turn that down, please?"
Well, God bless the people that are watching us from Hawaii, and Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is Reynolds taking it to the basket. 41-21. That's another 3 from Coriel.
Partner, I didn't happen to say that Coriel could shoot the basketball, did I? That's a second back-to-back 3.
Another weapon for Brian Coyle on the offense, too.
Great to watch.
My goodness. This team is stacked this year. About to go 5-0 on the young season. Lewis, a one-and-done. Coming back, got numbers. Prescott, easy 2.
And what you like about it is the unselfishness, right? I mean, that's a play that Kalia Lewis could really just take that all the way to the rim with no one stopping the ball and lay it in and look for her own. But what she do? No, she gives a nice bounce pass to Prescott. Prescott gets the bucket. Good unselfish basketball by Our Lady Mercy Academy.
Shayna Miller was able to disrupt that, keep the ball alive for RV. And Reynolds throws it away. Prescott comes away with it. Prescott, Bernhardt, she's got 20.
Did I say unselfish basketball? Another really good look ahead. Great pressure and great hustle by Savannah Prescott. Turns defense into offense. Look ahead, throw ahead. Bernhardt for 2.
It was a 14-point lead at halftime. How about OLMA?
Their defense just wears you down, partner, and you get caught up in this storm, and next thing you know, you look up and they're on a 16-4, 18-4 run.
That's a freshman pass right there.
Mm-hmm. And that'll be reeled in, and that'll be curtailed, but she's so good, you just got to let her go a little bit. You got to let her play and make her mistakes and hope she learns from them.
We're down to 10. Almost uncontested, and Miller missed it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Prescott got to get it up. No good. And that will end the third quarter, and what a quarter for OLMA. They went into this quarter with a 14-point lead. They now lead 48-21 the final 8 minutes when we come back.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
They are here as they always are. Drew Hall here at the campus of Our Lady of Mercy Academy as we watch BFA Sports coverage of OLMA basketball, brought to you by our newest venture, BFA Homeworks. BFAHomeworks.com is the website. Sell your house. You know the new thing now? Now you get a video tour of the house.
That's really awesome.
And licensed agent, too, as well.
Get
Soup to nuts. BFAHomeworks.com.
Hey, listen, nothing but the best when it's BFA, that's for sure.
You know how many times I'm asked that, like, what's it stand for? I mean, I have to come up with an alternative. You know,
absolutely.
You know those things like give me the wrong answer only? We got to come up with that as we start the fourth quarter here. OLMA will open with a 48-21 lead, and they're that far away from going 5-0 on the season.
Yeah, and RV coming out in the fourth here in what looks like a 3-2 zone.
Lewis was double teamed and she threw it away.
But it was a good idea. I understand what Lewis wanted. She thought she was going to go backdoor when the help came. She threw the pass backdoor, but it got tipped.
Reynolds, that's Vile in the corner. Talked about her and her ability to draw charges. 3 of them. Jones is open, too strong on that. Deep 2. Rebound on the floor. Savannah Prescott comes away with it. Taking everybody on.
Yeah.
Good no call there. Out of bounds, and the ball will stay with the Villagers.
Yeah, 1-on-3 kind of there. She was okay until she got into the middle of the paint. And her speed allowed her to get into the middle of the paint. But then there were 2 help defenders. Maybe a kick to Bristow on the one side in front of the bench, or maybe a kick the other way outside to Sacco, who led him up the floor.
First minute here in the fourth. That's Gwen O'Hara into the game as sophomore number 12. Is a shot from the corner, no good. And a floorboard for Reynolds. Look at O'Hara. Step for step with Reynolds down the floor. Jayla Jones. And out the Vile. So the 5 now for the Villagers. You've got Lewis, Sacco, Bristow, Prescott, and now O'Hara. I did want to ask you, seeing Brian Coyle this year as a 3 from Reynolds is good.
Yeah, that's a good job. A little bit quicker of a closeout by O'Hara. She didn't get out there quick enough, and she was able to knock down the 3-point field goal. It's great. That's a really nice left-handed jump shot.
Oh, Lewis is so strong. We're going to see a lot of that. Took Vile almost onto the stage.
Yeah, I don't know if it was Vile or Jones, but either way, it's a tough matchup for Vile. Lewis is going to win that one more times than not.
Here comes Lewis again. That's Bristow tracking it down.
Yeah, and that's a good decision by Bristow. Had to catch the ball with her back to the basket on a fast break.
Good give up. Sacco drains the 3.
Yeah, that's a really good kick out right there. A good job by Bristow, as I was saying. She caught her in transition, caught the ball with her back to the basket. Decides to dribble it back out, reset. She finds Lewis at the top of the key. One dribble, kick to Sacco, down the 3.
This is Sutton.
Again, though, everybody's faced with a double team as soon as you got the ball. Lewis with another turnover, though. Miles pull up, blocked. On the floor, O'Hara out of bounds off of Reynolds.
Okay, good hustle by both teams. Switching the call, I believe it's going to go to RV. Initially, he called it Villager basketball, but now I believe it's going to go to RV.
Okay, that means it was off O'Hara.
Correct.
Did I tell you it was good to see you again?
Absolutely.
I didn't say it.
Awesome as you. Same to you.
Yeah, I know. Look at Reynolds. Throws them wild. Chases her own miss. Out the vial. We got 5 minutes to go.
A couple things I didn't want to go unnoticed, by the way. As we talked in between the break there, Lewis into the double-double territory again. 5 games, 5 double-doubles for the young lady.
Bristow now on the board. And everything going right now for the Lady Villagers. And they put up 55. Reynolds misses. Bristow clears. And a whistle underneath. There's a foul on Bristow. Oh, no, Reynolds. It's an awful late whistle there. But OLMA again has it. 31-point lead. I believe that should signal the clock running, and no. Maybe it's 35.
I think the reason why it's not, I think it is 30, but the reason why it's not is because RV is not part of the Cape Atlantic League, and I think that rule is a Cape Atlantic League rule, not a state rule.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know.
It did run the other night when we had the game against Vineland.
Maybe 35? Maybe we're confusing it with football. Maybe I should just keep quiet. Out of bounds, 4 minutes to go. And, yep, they're running it. So it is 30. Okay. All right, so let's see. So I'll tell you what, looking ahead, though, for, what's left, what we see in this game, right? As here's another steal, and this is Prescott, unchallenged.
Yeah,
57.
Rancocas Valley just starting to look a little worn down right now. This defense that Our Lady of Mercy Academy has played in its aggressive style and switching from full court press to half court a little bit or man-to-man on the defensive end has really worn down RV right now.
(57-24) with 3 minutes to go, and what an impressive showing by OLMA as they're going to go to 5-0 on the season. And again, it continues that incredible pressure play, defense, and the super freshman. Go ahead. So we're looking ahead at the OLMA schedule, though this game's not on there. But
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they
to
may go
Pennsylvania.
to no, I think they go to Wildwood Convention Hall in the Boardwalk Basketball Classic. They play Ben Salem from PA, and
that's where it is.
and then Wildwood themselves.
Okay. So look at that in a second. Another steal off the turnover. This is O'Hara facing a double team. Kicks it out. Bristow. Coriel gives it up.
Good catch.
O'Hara's a lefty. Short. And rebound the other way. Miller. Foul. All right.
Yeah, O'Hara and Coriel both just checked back in for Our Lady Mercy Academy.
So they're calling it an in-season tournament, right? So, all right. So that would be Wednesday. In-season tournament. Wildwood, Atlantic City. Are they considered the tournament or just this one and this one?
I believe it's just the 27th and the 30th. The one on the 3rd
It's
is
like a Christmas tournament.
is
Okay.
when they come back for the second half of this.
And at Atlantic City, at Bridgeton, at Woodstown, 3 in a row on the road, and then they have on the home side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row in January.
Yeah, good job right here by Coach Brian Coyle, getting his reserves into the game a little bit here, getting 2 or 3 minutes of playing time here.
Short jumper from Butler misses, out of bounds, and it'll stay with RV. Anything on Drew Coyle?
Drew Coyle was here the other night. By the way, you missed it the other night. It was alumni night in here, I think. There were so many of the alumni.
I got to talk to my agent.
Dragone was in the house. Allison Aldridge was in the house. Coyle was in the house. Ava Cassell from 3 or 4 years ago, who was one of the players who started this OLMA resurgence with basketball with her talent. She was in the house the other night.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a really fun night in here against Violent High.
Anybody else I missed? Was Doug here?
You missed me.
I did. Of course I did.
You missed me.
We're down to 2 minutes to go. Oh, my.
Here's another night where it's 57-24 with 1:52 left, right? Another night where it looks as though Our Lady of Mercy Academy is going to be able to keep their opponents under 30 points. You talk about it's not just coincidence when it happens 5 times. If you're 5-0 to start the season and 5 times no one scored more than 31 points against you, that's a nice. Well, you got to be really pleased if you're Coach Coyle and the way the season started.
Checking in for the Millers, number 14, Katie Raschuti.
We've got more substitutions. Katie Raschuti now into the game. Nice left hand from Meyer.
RV picking up full court here.
See how the youngsters and the bench personnel can break it, and O'Hara does. Coriel. Oh, O'Hara's open. Missed it. Floorboard for Coriel.
Tipped away.
And a foul.
No foul, just an out of bounds. Tipped away by number 22 for Rancocas Valley, which is Miller.
Oh, when I say a foul?
Miller, yep. Our Lady Mercy Academy basketball.
That's that son, that did a number on us all. Out of bounds off of Miles. Oh, my goodness.
And now we have a 30-second timeout called by Our Lady Mercy Academy.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back. We know now, is that right? There it is, and depending upon your perspective, that's either an impressive showing or carnage. 57 for OLMA. Jim Tumalo got into the shot there. Sam Burns.
Tell you what you like, Coach Coyle right there. Although they're the reserves into the game right now with only 1:08 left, coaching them and them their attentiveness to what Coach Coyle is trying to get across and helping them in order to have some success here in the last minute of this contest.
That was Erin McMahon into the game. Erin is a sophomore. Loose ball. She's got it.
Took it right back.
Under a minute to go. Gwen O'Hara. That's Coriel. And Erin McGonigal also into the game. Coriel tried to take on 2 and out of bounds with 40 seconds to go.
Shot blocked and out of bounds, but that's a good left-handed dribble drive right there by Coriel using their offhand. Right, able to get all the way to the rim. Shot blocked, out of bounds, still on the ball.
.30 seconds left. Well, my friend, we're back and running.
We're good.
Back in the saddle. 20 seconds, and what can you say about this team? And it's going to be exciting. It'll be interesting to see how Kalia Lewis handles, the big ones, the high leverage games.
Yeah,
looking forward to that.
And with the Cape Atlantic League realigning and Our Lady Mercy Academy now in the national division, they're actually the favorite to win that division. Although Egg Harbor Township and Hamilton probably want something to say about that, but leave it as it is. Our Lady Mercy Academy is the favorite, and they're off to a good start and proving that they belong.
And then some, and they now have 5. They're 5-0 to start the season. The final 57-26. OLMA over Rancocas. Today's game was produced by Doug Stasic, directed by Bailey Dickinson. Our camera, Charles Hope, Sam Burns. For the entire crew, including Steve Westcott, I'm Chris Losey. Steve, how about a final observation before we leave? And, of course, this team now goes on a little holiday break, but they go into the holiday tournament. So,
well, they're built right, and their theories and the way they play the game is right, and it starts on the defensive end. And they get an awfully lot accomplished when they turn that aggressive defense into offense. We've talked about it on 3 telecasts now, and it just is what it is. They get a lot accomplished on the defensive end, and it leads to some big success on the offensive end.
Look at the schedule. We'll see you at the calendar year. So everybody have a very, very happy holiday. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you in 2024. OLMA 5-0. Merry Christmas, everybody.